Don't you be yawning, Mr. Gnome, Asura, whoever you are. Alright, I think... I think there's a big event that's about to go down. I'm not quite gonna get there in time, I think. Oh, I got here just in time, it looks like.
We have protected Tamir for over a century. Will not fall. Torment your seat.
Recognition.
So I've never done one of these like from the start before, and I happen to be here right on time.
Accelerate.
No idea where I'm going. Follow these people. Layers of slime protection. So now we can attack this.
We persevere.
What do you mean no line of sight? Okay, everybody's rushing back over here now. Why? Want me to grab? I still don't quite know what's going on, other than I think they're all going to grab the thing. What does it mean, Octavine?
Stirred within her heart.
So yesterday when I was in here, that event took way longer because there were no people. Oh, the lag from all the people. That's hilarious. So I think this is the perfect example to showcase when someone says something like Guild Wars 2 is dead, and I can hop on at, what is it, it's 4 something in the morning, it's 5 a.m. in the morning, look at all these people, but yet Guild Wars 2 is a dead game, right? I'm just gonna sit here and revel in. That was so funny. I haven't seen lag in a video game in decades. And my 4080 was like, wow! So many people on screen. I think we did this challenge like yesterday. We'll help out. Anyway, I do think it's funny when people will say something like such and such game is dead, there's no one playing. And if you actually go play said game, I don't care what game it is, Lord of the Rings Online, Star Wars Republic, EverQuest 2, World of Warcraft, any of these games, they all have varying degrees of, I don't have that training yet, we're still working on that. They all have varying degrees of community. What did I just do to myself? I think somebody dropped something and I clicked it and I gave myself a buff. What is this? I'm transformed into aviator mode. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my god. That was great. I'm like pretending I'm an airplane for 5 minutes. Anyway, what was I saying? There's no such thing as a dead game, my friends, even if there's only one person playing it. But in this case, we can see there are hundreds of people online in an event at whatever time in the morning it is, 5 a.m. on a Tuesday. I also think that right now there's a ton of people who are coming back to the game because of Guild Wars 3, or people like myself who are coming in for the very first time and playing.
Now this is a find.
So that was my first time doing that event from the beginning of it, because when I stumbled in yesterday, the sound effects on that, I'm not gonna be able to stop laughing. Can I turn it off though? That is mildly annoying at this point. I have no idea how to turn it off. Oh my god. I'll have to look that up.
Now this is a find.
I will say that when I'm doing the normal events, there's somebody in that chest. When I was doing the normal events yesterday on the map, you know, there'd be half a dozen people contributing to the normal events, but that was like what? That's called a meta map event, I think. So I don't know how many people were on screen there, but like I said, I haven't seen lag in a long time. And I think the last time I saw lag in an MMO was when I played maybe the launch of the War Within for World of Warcraft 2, and maybe before that would have been like the launch of Star Wars Old Republic. But it's a dead game. No one's playing Guild Wars 2. Grace says I got bubbleheaded for an hour the other day. Well, I've been airplaned. I don't know how long it lasts. And I saw, the only reason I knew what was going on is because somebody said in chat, LOL, someone just dropped an aviator chest or avian chest or something. That's classic. And I'm like, oh, because I'm a new player, I totally fell for it. And I was like, what's this chest? Click.
Quite a reward.
It may just be something that I have to suck it up and deal with for the next hour. It is mildly amusing. And now everybody's out to, I'm assuming, go work on the next event. Alright, I'm out of keys, so now I can go through here and open all my chests. Yeah, I know I need to do that. Masteries. Bouncy mushrooms. We can get that finally. Finally use bouncy mushrooms. I don't know what I need to. Maybe I should do this. I don't know. I'm gonna do it just because it's the next one on mine.
Now this is a find.
Guild Wars 2 is a dead game. No one plays old MMOs. Well, my friends, I'm one of those people. And so are many others, as you can see. You have to go back to the aviator chest to cancel it? Oof. That's a long way back. I may have to, though. Alright, where's my timestamp? Something's blocking my view here. I'm happy to confirm as well, this is for Gray and Bubbles in chat. Once I got to the expansion, I no longer have to worry about the music. I haven't had any copyright issues with music from the... Yeah, see, I don't think I can get back up and out. Oh yeah, you can. Hold on. There doesn't appear to be any copyright issues with music from the expansion. So I think it was only the base game that had issues with some of the tracks getting flagged. Because I just risked it and I've been playing the expansion for like 3 days now. And I haven't had any issues. I don't think the chest is here anymore. Because it was right there, I think. Location mastery. So I have to wait a full hour for the aviation thing to go away? That's gonna drive me nuts. Alright, and I got a boatload of stuff in my inventory I gotta sort.
Rare and valuable. this is a find.
Jesus, I have so much shit here.
Now this is a find. Pound it into dust. Now this is a find.
Okay, I think we are slowly getting our way through all that stuff we got. Please sell these trophies.
More accolades.
Yeah, imagine being the voice actor sitting in a booth making weird sex sounds. I think those are the funniest ones. I like listening to Alex talk about how he had to do that for Baldur's Gate 3 because he's done so many amazing voice roles, but he was also the guy who did like a bunch of the male sex sounds in Baldur's Gate 3. But yeah, sitting in a booth making aviator noises. It's, yeah. Alright, we need to go secure Glint's egg. Just south of us. Oh, damn it.
Vitality restored.
Yeah.
Run, miscreant. I got so engrossed that for the past 30 minutes I've just been sitting here drinking my
playing the game and not drinking my coffee. That's literally what I was doing, is right-clicking and opening
At
pixel filters.
last you're here.
Must have missed that.
Come. Our leader wishes to meet you.
Right-click, open all.
Welcome, Egg-bearer. You are a most honored guest. We have waited so long for your arrival.
Welcome to Tarir. This city and we Exalted were created to protect the whole of Glint's legacy,
Including the egg.
So Ruka said. I mean to confront Mordremoth, but Mordremoth wants the egg. I'm not about to bring those two together. I need to make sure the egg is totally secure before I move on Mordremoth.
Let us help you. We are the egg's sworn protectors, and Tarir is where it is meant to be.
I'd like
I
to
don't know
more
what you're
about
referring
the
to, Pixel
Exalted
Pilgrim.
and your city.
Of course. Our patron is Glint,
You don't have to
the
press
dragon
OK
prophet.
all the time. I have
She
no
loved
frame of
sentient
reference for what you're
beings
referring
and
to.
dedicated her life to protecting them. She used her vast magic and her prophetic gifts to preserve life on Tyrion
Lost
the
in
last
translation.
time the Elder Dragons rose. As a seer, she knew what was to come. She charged her valued attendants, the Forgotten, with preparing for that future.
Do you see? These ruins spell out our charter,
our purpose, our sworn duty as handed down by the Forgotten themselves.
This is a great day.
By the way, that aviator thing
Last,
went
our
away.
great work can truly begin.
Oh, you're talking about the things in the bottom right of the... I thought you were talking about this right here. Right-click, use all, to unlock a stack of items in the inventory. Like a stack of chests in the inventory. When you right-click... Next time, so the next time I get things on the bottom right of the screen, okay, I'll check that out. Because I still have no frame of reference, but you're referring to something completely different. So, I got it.
Centuries ago, the Forgotten magically erected Tarir to hold and nurture the artifacts Glint would leave behind. They also sought out mortals to become exalted, ageless, enhanced guardians of the city and its contents. We, who volunteered and passed the necessary tests, were converted into pure energy and encased in golden armor. When all the preparations were complete, we began to go dormant, waiting for our noble duty to begin. Glint died. Soon after, Tarir began to stir, and we Exalted awoke, mourned, and took up our duty once more.
A new portal appeared when you arrived with the egg. Ruka will lead you to it.
No, I don't play on a monitor. I play on a VR headset that's tied to the glasses that I have on my face right now.
Here we are. The new portal is
So,
below us,
I get full
and
3D.
this is the way to it. Now you're here, and so is the egg. Glint's grand design can finally begin to unfold. I don't know what you'll find, but if I know the Forgotten, you'll be tested before you're allowed to proceed. Don't be offended, it's nothing personal. They never give anyone what they want without making them earn it. According to the runes, this is as far as I go. You have to face whatever waits on the other side of that portal, alone. I believe this new portal will always
What's up,
be open
Stedman?
to you, so you may return here whenever you wish.
Give me 2 seconds here, please. I think my wife is up. I am a meat popsicle. Now I had to have Chris and I we were just having a conversation about when you have animals, there's things you have to deal with sometimes. So we had baby ducks born Sunday. I think it was Sunday morning. And you can't keep, it's nature, man. Nature is what nature is. And you know, we have many other things we are doing, but the other animals, and this duck had her ducks. So Muscovy ducks, I don't know why, but certain breeds of animals, the adults will try to kill babies if they can get a hold of the babies. And Chris happened to catch one of the other ducks trying to kill one of the baby hatchlings, and was able to get it from the other duck, but it had already been pretty mangled. And so we put it in a box, and I thought it was gonna die. And then yesterday afternoon, it started like cheeping from the box, and it was like, oh, it's making noises. And so both of its eyes, we're pretty sure both of its eyes are gone. Like they're crusted shut, and we put antibiotics, but it's like I tried to open them yesterday and clean them out. Infection came out, and I don't know if the eyes are there. And then this morning, it's eating and drinking, but it's completely blind. And this morning, like, I spent 20 minutes giving it, you know, putting food in it and getting some water and cleaning its eyes out. I took it outside, and it's just running around in circles. And it's a little baby duck, you know, and it's looking for its mama, and it's running around in circles, cheep, 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 and it can't see. It's completely blind. And unfortunately, blind animals are not no. So we're having to face the decision right now of, do we try to give it a few days and see if the eyes heal, or is it a lost cause and we pacifically, that's not the way to say it, passively as I don't know the right word to use there. What is the most peaceful way that we can shuffle it off this mortal coil? Because we can't give it back to its mom at this point, because it can't see, you know. And it's like, do we give it to its mom and let it have whatever comfort it can have with its siblings and underneath its mom's belly? But a blind animal can't find food. A blind animal can't follow its mom around while she protects it from other things. A blind animal can't defend itself. A blind animal is just a liability, and that's why nature takes care of blind animals. And because we intervened, correct. So that's what I was just discussing with her, because I heard her up and I wanted to confer with her, because later this morning, after we take our grannies to school, we're gonna have to decide what we do with it. Because yeah, it's shitty things you have to think about and do when you own lots of animals, man. The one eye, I'm pretty sure, is completely gone because it's all abscessed out and it just keeps oozing out stuff. The other eye, it can open, but it's like milky, and it tries to open, but it can't see anything. It just runs around in circles and tries to follow your voice. So it's yeah, it sucks. We had a chicken that had something similar happen to it years ago, which we were able to actually save. We thought we were going to lose one of her eyes, but she ended up recovering from it. So we're trying to give it some time to see. But at some point, you know, it's only 2 days old, so we'll see what we see. But that's what I did for the first 30 minutes of my day while I was making coffee, was hand feed a little duckling and clean eyes and stress about what I should do.
Where'd the egg go?
Nobody ever thinks about these things,
Sapping my strength.
and it really frustrates me when I get on TikTok or Instagram and I see somebody who is like from a position of like being extremely wealthy, with tons of free time on their hand, and they're nursing like a paraplegic turtle, right? Or they've got
What are these water spouts?
7
They're salt water.
like there's no quality of life for the animal, right? Like it's a cat that is paralyzed from the neck down, and they have to manually squeeze the bladder so that the animal can go to the bathroom, right? And they carry the cat around in a fucking gunny sack, and they talk about my precious little kitten, and the thing is just sitting there drooling all over its shoulder. It can't eat without help. It can't go to the bathroom without someone manually squeezing its bladder. And I look at that creature and I'm like, why the fuck would you not do the humane thing and help it over the rainbow journey, you know? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I seriously have a problem with that kind of stuff, because I feel like people only do it for the social media clout. By the way, what I should pay attention to what I'm supposed to do here, because I'm gonna die of over death. Whew! I somehow survived. Yeah, Studman. I kind of feel that way. I think they just do it for social media clout.
At least the egg is still safe. Oh, good. Another room. Now what? I can do this.
Solves of 3 answers within a time limit.
I knew it wouldn't be that simple. I'm going to have to outthink this trial.
Shit, that wasn't. Fucker. Fuck, that's not the right way either. Ow! I hate those things. I'm gonna run out of time. It says defeat enemies, but... Think above and beyond to reach the egg. Is the timer done? I think the timer appears to be done. Think above and beyond. Bubble says that's why I gave up on social media. I already raised my children. I really do wish I could not be on it. I really do. That's probably the #1 thing I'm looking forward to the most about being done with social media, like being done with the rat race, because I'm not done yet. I still have money to earn. You know, we're still trying to shore up our retirement. And I assume there will always be an element of me. I've been online forever, and like Skyrim Grandma, right? Like, she's still, I don't know that she has social media per se, but I know that she, you know, like, still plays. And I would like to imagine a world where I still play games and stuff, but I don't like having to be online constantly promoting my shit all the time, because that's the only way you get people to come watch your shit, buy your shit, follow your shit, find new followers, build your brand recognition, work with the brands, use all the tags and hashtags, and I guess in order to do all of that, you also have to be witness to all the shitty sides of social media. Alright, I am at a loss here. I'm gonna go look this up. Obviously, I'm supposed to jump up somewhere. Secure Glint's egg. I think above beyond to reach the egg. I'm Googling this shit. At the start of it is where you can find a place to climb the wall? Okay. I assumed it was climb the wall, but I haven't been able to find a place yet. Like, I kept running back over here and thinking that these would be things I could climb, but I haven't been able to get up those. So Pixel is saying that it's back by the beginning. So at least my mind was on the right track, because I assumed it was jump up on top. But I couldn't find a place that's... Ah, there's stairs over here. I missed these. Thank you for that tip. Appreciate it. Perfect. Now. Oh, fuck me! That's gonna be a lesson in don't be twitchy. I may have to do this with the mouse and keyboard and not the controller, because the controller gets a little janky with movement sometimes. Just gotta take it slow. Can that electrify me, I wonder? Hope not. Slow and steady wins the race. Woo! Thanks for that tip, Pixel. Yeah, the cost versus benefit is just not that viable. Man, yeah, some days are better than others on social media. My wife has the best of it, because she never... I don't think the only thing she ever uses like TikTok for is just to watch videos. She used to post occasionally on her like Instagram and TikTok. I don't think she's posted anything in like 2 years. I know that she posted an RIP post when Merry and Pippin passed last year, but I think outside of those, she hasn't really done much posting, because she was posting a lot of cat content, and then we lost 3 cats, and so she just, I don't think her heart's been in it. And so she does it, but she doesn't, I don't think so. When She hasn't touched her drawing tablet since we moved here. She hasn't logged onto her laptop once in 4.5 years. She lives her life pretty much offline and only uses her phone for like the day-to-day like entertainment value. Did I just get turned into a frog? A bunny rabbit.
Stay behind me.
Rely on your allies. What the fuck can I do with these? Okay, he's not doing anything though. Do I just need to like maybe sneak past these guys? I think I have to defeat the champion, it says. I probably need to deal with the ads. Shit, oh, we're gonna have 2 ads, that's lovely. What do I do with the berries? That's a key. What just happened? Did my ally die? Yeah, Bubbles, I went hardcore on all the, like, I removed the ability for anyone to send me DMs on Instagram and TikTok, like, maybe 3... I don't think it's been 3 months. Maybe 2 months. It's just I was getting death threats all the time. It was whenever I went to Bethesda, that was in March.
Stay low and leave the fighting to me.
Like when I got back from that trip and I was blowing up everywhere because of Starfield's launch, I was just getting death threats like every single day from psychopaths who hate Bethesda. And I just locked everything down. It has calmed down since then considerably because we are in the Luldrums right now. Because I'm not playing any new games. No one's attacking Guild Wars 2. No one's attacking me for playing Guild Wars 2. There's some people who are angry that I level skipped, and some people who are angry that I skipped Living Season 1 and 2. Those are just weird super fans. Because they leave nasty comments on my videos, but that's not a big deal. The death threats for the thing for me that was like, and the constant attacks on my wife. I'm glad that we're past all of that. But I definitely locked everything down on social media after that. No desire to be a part of that world. What's up? Oh, it's you. Good morning. How are you? What's this? Es porque estoy... Mira, estoy un conejo, ¿viste? Ahorita estoy un conejo. Y ellos les gustan comer conejos. Entonces, estoy ayudando a esta persona de matar a estos lobos porque los lobos quieren comer yo, porque soy conejo aquí. ¿Entiendes? No, Drebrum, I do everything through email. So I have all my DMs turned off, and it just, my bio literally says, whatever my bio says. It has my business email. My business email, which is my Gmail, is just listed. I have that email public everywhere. So I get all of my communications with PR departments are directly through email. So my contacts for Funcom, Bethesda, Owlcat Games, all of my initial contact, like Voyages of Nero with Treehouse Games. Trying to think who else I'm actively working with right now. Those are the 3 that I'm actively working with right now. But everybody I do through email. It's all email, 100%. I've never done a brand deal ever through DMs or Discord. There might be. I will communicate with people through Discord after we've established like a working relationship. So like Valeria from Owlcat, I communicate with her almost exclusively through Discord for like the. Oh, and the guy from Funcom too, whose name I forget, Thomas. Those guys I communicate through Discord for communication, but for like official stuff, it's done through emails. All of my Bethesda and Microsoft contacts are all through email. Although Cammy and I do follow each other on Instagram, but I don't do any DMing. Yeah, it's all emails. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, I turned that ability to auto. Shit, I gotta go find some berries or something. I don't want to run the risk of grabbing those berries. Yeah, she just came in. This is funny. So I'm playing many different games, and she will come in, and she always wants to know what I'm doing. And this was same case. She like came in the office and was like, "Oh my God, what are you doing? What are you playing? What is this?" She always wants to know because I'm always often in combat. She wants to know why people are attacking each other, and so I had to explain to her why I'm a bunny rabbit. This guy's defending me because these are wolves and they're trying to eat the bunny rabbit. Bunny rabbits are innocent. I'll be right back. Oh, dude, yeah, I don't get those all the time, Bubbles, but it's been kind of, there's been a lull recently, but I've had months where I've gotten multiple per week, and it's usually like it's either an anime or it's an obvious like AI chick, like an AI woman, girl, female, meant to look like some sort of sexy Instagram, you know, I'm an OnlyFans girl, right? And so they always will say something like, hey sweetie, hey honey, hey baby, like it's always that, right? And it's like, who are the, and the thing is like, the reason they get away with it is because there are suckers out there who are so lonely, those incels that we talk about, right? Right, yeah, these days it is AI bots, Strip Rom, you're not wrong. But in the past, it has also been, you know, armies of dudes who get paid, you know, $4 an hour in some Sri Lanka or somewhere in some third world country, and they're acting like some sexy girl to drain somebody's bank account. It's like I just, anybody who falls for that shit deserves to have their bank account drained. I'd rather have my balls drained, thanks. That's why I like real girls. But for those who like real boys, it's the same, you know. Just make sure it's real, that's the thing, man. Don't be falling for that fake shit online. Hey, sweetie. Don't just... There's a dirty joke in there somewhere, Dribom. Don't only clean your cookies. Make sure you clean the other bits, too. Infections are no fun, my friends. Oh, I don't even respond. Yeah, no. In the past, I remember when I was living in Cancun, I did a blog post years and years and years ago. I think I titled it "The Day I Shoved a Prostitute" or "The Day I Pushed a Prostitute." It was like my second maybe night in Cancun, and I was staying downtown, not inside the hotel zone, and I had gone out. I'd left my apartment and I went out to the main street, and I was standing on the street corner, like deciding where I wanted to go eat dinner. And this girl came up and like pushed herself right up against me and was like, you know, in broken English, hey baby, and one hand she grabbed my dick, like got right up against me, and one hand grabbed my dick. And I think that the reason she did this is because 99% of guys are never going to pay attention. So she grabs my dick with one hand, and the other hand goes into my back pocket. Now, I don't keep my wallet in my back pocket. My wallet has always, since I was a teenager, I put my wallet in my front left pocket. I have never ever carried my wallet in my back pocket. But that bitch tried to snake me, man. She tried to pickpocket me. So she literally, one hand on the dick, other hand, she like caressed my back. So like one hand in the front and then one hand caressing the back, and it worked its way down, and then she went into my back pocket. And I literally shoved that bitch. And she starts bah, 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 and I'm just like, fuck you. And I literally just turned her, walked away, and went into the restaurant next door. And she didn't do shit because she's not going to do shit because she's just a street hooker. Pickpocket. But yeah, totally tried to snake my wallet, and thankfully I don't carry my wallet in my back pocket. But I will never forget that. I wrote a whole blog post about that, the day I shoved a prostitute. Imagine how many dudes have gotten suckered by that, lost their wallets, because they can't think with their brain, they only think with their dick, you know.
Thanks. Commander? Is that you?
Unfortunately, it's more than you might think.
I've got this.
So I didn't see the other recruits until a minute ago, so this is obviously the strategy here is run around and get all the dudes rezzed up. I'm not gonna be able to get this before he nails me. Maybe. There's another one in the corner.
You can rely on me.
I won't let anything happen to you.
Alright, we got one more to get, and we got an ad we need to deal with as well. Come on. Come on. I'm not gonna get it before the boss gets to me. Yep, he's gonna see me. Play dead, play dead. Get up. Res, 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 res.
You call the shots, Commander. I'll do the shooting.
You got this, guys. Oh, I don't get. Oh, you're way more patient than I am, Studman. I haven't. That's an instant ban for me. So, kick, kick, Twitch, and YouTube. I first and foremost don't permit links to be shared. And second, for me, it's an insta ban. The moment someone comes in and says something like, "Hi, I'm an artist," or "Hey, I'm a clipper," or whatever. Check out, or here's my Discord. It's an instant ban. I don't. There's no communication from me whatsoever. That's an instant ban. You're way more patient than I am. No, it's not worth it because it's it's instant ban. Like, I freelanced for years. The proper way to freelance is you send people email. Like, you don't go spam their Discord. I guess I can go back to the controller now. Place the egg in the center of the chamber. Pretty cool ass looking chamber. The music here is pretty cool as well. But yeah, I insta-ban those people. And my Discord gets hit all the time. Probably 5-6 times a week, my Discord gets somebody who joins, and their first message is, "I don't mean to be a bother, but I'm going through this life crisis, and I could really use the money. And here's my link." Not even a link. They can't because they can't put a link. But it'll say, "DM me for more information." So they know they can't post a link because it's an insta ban. Like all my moderator ME6 and all the mod tools I have set up in Discord, it's all insta bans if they try to do links and stuff. So now what they do is they'll come in and they'll say, I'm so-and-so, I'm having a life crisis, I'm an artist, I'm a whatever, please DM me to help out. And it's like, yeah, fuck off. Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah, the ones who come in and they're like, hey, how's it going? And they'll attempt to chat for 5 or 10 minutes. And then they immediately get, well, hey, you know, I help small streamers like you get going. And if you pay me for my services, I'll give you bot followers or help you blow up and make you big thing. Yeah, I saw that, Bubbles. They just left the server. And then I pay for this. Sit and spin, bitch. We're getting visions of something. Glad I didn't take any drugs this morning.
Showed me that. Mordremoth is using Logan, Zosha, and Traherne. If we don't get to them soon, we'll be fighting an army of them.
I mean, it's never been easy, Dribrom. I can tell you back when I was freelancing full-time, when I was, especially during like the first 4 years, I would say, maybe the first 3 years, which would have been a while. It was before AI, obviously, and kind of before social media. Man, no, we had social media. So like 2008, 9, 10 were the years that I freelanced really hardcore. And into 2011, but by 2011, that was when I went to Columbia and I came back and I started the blog and I started selling all my own books. And so by 2012, I was making all my own revenue and I didn't really need to freelance too much anymore. I still had clients, but it wasn't like I was working full-time. It was like part-time because I was mostly working on the blog and making money through book sales and stuff. But 8, 9, 10, and into 11, I don't know what the website is called anymore. I can't even remember what it used to be called. But there was a primary website that I used where I had a portfolio, and I think it's called Upwork now. Maybe it might be called Upwork or something. Fiverr didn't exist when I was doing it, or maybe Fiverr had just got started. Because I know Chris used Fiverr when Chris was first getting going, like learning how to do Photoshop and stuff. She used Fiverr to learn how to do. She was getting lots of clients for logo work and like PDF book covers and stuff. And so she was making, she was making $50 to do, $25 to $50 to do PDFs. Book covers, or whatever, and it'd take her an hour, so she was making halfway decent money, but she would, she was only doing $200 or $300 a month of that work, but it was a part-time thing for her. Anyway, I can't remember what the place is called, but I had a primary website I used, and then I had like 10 or 12, I don't remember, websites. And so what I did every single morning, what I had to do is you get up, and I would get up and I would spend the first 2 to 3 hours of my day browsing the websites to see if there were new jobs, and any of the new jobs that I felt like I was capable of doing, I would send an elevator pitch to. And so I had my cover letter and my resume, and I think I had about a 10%, if I remember correctly, like about a 10% success rate, meaning that for every 100 emails I sent out, I would get about 10% of those people would become my clients. And the objective was, you know, if you want to drum up enough work to make a living, you got to hustle. And so, you know, I'm every morning for 2 to 3 hours, I'm just sending emails. And so I might be sending, you know, because you have to read the websites, browse the job listings, customize your cover letter a little bit, even though you have an elevator pitch. You know, it was 3 to 4 hours a day, I think, just in total. Maybe 2 on the low end. Let's just say 3 on average. Like 3 hours a day sending emails. And then another 3 hours a day writing. And then another couple hours a day editing. But I worked full-time as a writer, you know, for years. But it was never easy because you're always... The big thing for me was competing with people who also speak English and write English, but are living in a country where they don't need to make what I need to make to live. This is why global economy means things. It's why a universal income for everyone would be great, but it's not realistic. So if I need to make $25 an hour to survive, to pay my bills, but the guy in Sri Lanka is willing to work for $3 an hour or less, you're going to have a lot of clients who don't give a shit about the quality. They just want whatever's the cheapest. And that's your competition. But that's every industry, and it's always been like that. So I was already used to dealing with that from my construction days, because even in construction, you're dealing with people who just want the lowest bid. They don't give a fuck about quality. They just want the cheapest thing they can get for as quick as they can get it. And so I think the only thing that has changed in that time period is now people can use AI to do things quicker. I definitely have used AI for many different... I think the biggest thing I use AI for on a daily basis is crafting, like doing my subtitles for all my YouTube shorts. And the cool thing is like now, like Twitch just started offering us, it's free. Twitch just started automating. So when I cut my clips out of Twitch whenever I'm done, if I cut my clips out of Twitch and I don't do it manually, Twitch already adds subtitles and you can turn them on or off. So if you cut your clips through the Twitch editor, it's already doing the subtitles for you. That wasn't a thing even 6 months ago. Yeah, that's something that's only happened in the past couple of months, where Twitch is now, now giving you subtitles because the AI has gotten good enough that it can do your subtitles. So I've just always put my things into Filmora, clicked the transcribe button, and then I wait 30 seconds and it analyzes my voice and adds subtitles to the video. I used to have to manually do that shit. So AI has been a huge boon to help me speed up a lot of my processes. Anyway, but being an honest artist, writer, whatever. I mean, there's always been competition. I don't think it's any necessarily worse. There are just different tools you have to use these days
on behalf of Glint, the Luminate,
relevant and
the Exalted, and Tarir itself. Thank you.
I'm just glad the egg is where it needs to be, with dedicated keepers
I've
like
never
you to
not
protect
had
it.
competition, whatever
But now
industry
I need
I've
to
worked in.
rejoin my
It's
friends.
always been a competition for the
Mordremoth
lowest
is
bid.
still a threat.
And your
The
job is
egg
to sell
just showed
yourself
me
and
how
why your
dire
services
that
are the
threat
best
is.
services, even though you
By
cost
all
more money.
means, one of our gate sentries is holding a message for you, which I believe is from your comrades.
Loyalty has not
Go.
existed for decades.
Confront Mordremoth.
Because I've
No
had
matter how
clients
that mission ends,
multiple times. You work with
know
them
that
for 3,
you
4,
have
5
restored
years.
hope
They always
to
treat you
Tarir
well, and everybody
and
always
to the
eventually
world.
gets to the point where they want to worry about the cost. And there is no loyalty. Like, you try to negotiate, it doesn't matter. It's always going to be, well, we just can't afford it anymore. We got to go somewhere else. And it's like, then see ya. ¿Qué pasa? No, pero está durmiendo ahorita. Solo cuando quiere jugar. I'll just take it for this.
Now, this is a find.
Yeah, those days, unfortunately, those days are long gone, Jabram, because that used to be a thing for a long time where you could get a benefactor, whether it was a private benefactor or like your grandfather getting a government grant. Like, grants are still a thing, but not in that way. Because my brother relies on grants to be a farmer. Like, agriculture, I think I'm getting attacked. Hang on. Oh, shit, that's a boss. Hang on. I'm trying to fucking read the map, dumbass. I'm gonna have to.
Beaten you, but you don't know it yet.
Anyway, government grants for art. So I can say that, like, when we formed our game studio, we formed it in Austin, Texas, because at the time, the government of Austin, Texas was providing independent game studios with government funding in grant form and also tax rebates. So the way the tax rebates work is, as an example, if you form a game studio, and this is also in the film industry, so it still exists, but maybe not on the individual level like what you're talking about, Dribrom. But, like, there's a reason why, like, Montreal is a huge headquarters for a lot of game studios. And there's a reason why Atlanta, Georgia is a huge place where a lot of films are filmed. And Vancouver, a lot of movie industry in Vancouver, a lot of movie industry in Atlanta, Georgia, a lot of movie industry in the Czech Republic. And the reason is because those locations offer tax credits and tax rebates to people who come there and provide jobs for the local environment. So the way that often works is, like, the government will give us, like, if I need 10 employees to do a thing, like, I need to have 10 workers, a tax rebate would be me coming into the city and the city saying, we will pay for 50% of your employees if those employees are local crew. So you bring 5 guys of your own, but then you hire 5 local guys, and the local guys are free because the tax credits from that local environment, from that city, are paying those employees to work on that film production, on that video game production, whatever that might be. And so you can still find grants and tax rebates and everything else, but I think the days of, like, an individual artist being sponsored by a government or being sponsored by a personal patron, I don't think that's been a thing for 100 years. Yeah, that's definitely, that is a, you know, there's no more Michelangelo's painting the Sistine Chapel, if that makes sense.
Found another Maguma spring. Can you help me purify
Oh, hang on, I ran past it because I'm like lost in thought, thinking about stuff and not paying attention to the game.
Can you help?
Cover bands have competition in the lowest bid pressures. Yeah, lowest bid, man. It's a shitty position. Yeah, it's I don't miss those days at all. This job has its own pressures and pros and cons, and I've been I feel like I've been pretty open about all of those as I've grown this channel, especially with the series on how to make a living doing this. But I'll tell you what, man, every job you work is gonna have shit, you know. You work for a shitty boss, you might make a weekly paycheck, but if you're working for a shitty boss, that's going to make your life a living hell. You work for yourself, you are your own boss, you're also your own worst enemy. You have to learn how to hustle. There's no such thing as a steady paycheck. That is a sweet-ass view right there. And it's always going to be doing this. There's no such thing as constant work when you're a freelancer. Oh, I fell. Not what I wanted. Fuck, I don't know where the stairs are.
More accolades.
Now I gotta get back up there. Just run back up? I don't know how to get back up there at all. But I'll tell you what, I will take any challenge that I've faced in the freelance world, or being my own, being a contractor, working for myself, has always trumped working for someone else. And the reason I say it is because working for someone else, I've had projects where I've had long stints working for other people, which is similar to having a boss, but it's the, being on someone else's time and dime. I'm okay with deadlines. What I'm not okay with is being told that I only have a 15-minute break and an hour break for lunch, and I'm supposed to work from 7 to 3 or 9 to 5, and I'm not allowed to do anything outside of those hours. And if I do anything else outside of those hours, I'm fired or reprimanded or castigated in some way because I'm not on the clock. Fuck that. Fuck that. I am a big fan of, I should be able to work however I want to work to get the project done, and as long as I'm getting the project done, it shouldn't matter how many hours it took me, or where I did the work, or how I did the work, or when I did the work. This whole, you need to be in an office environment to be productive. You need to work the 9 to 5. No, you just want a wage slave. Like, fuck that.
Hey,
Nope.
purifier to the Maguma Spring. Can you help?
Are you the one they refer to as Commander?
I am.
Tarir thanks you for returning part of Glint's legacy to its rightful place. Your party was here while you were in the trials, but they felt an urgency to move on. They asked me to aid you in locating them. The little one said she left you something that will blow your mind due east of here.
Then I'll head east. Thank you.
One thing I'm really impressed with AI, with like ChatGPT, has been like its ability, and I've seen it get better in the past like 3 years in terms of its ability to outline and rough draft content for me that I can then go in and clean up. it's gotten so much better, and I can only see that becoming a tool where you can viably have ChatGPT.
I need to take this purifier to the Maguma Spring.
Maybe in another 2 years, maybe in another 3 years. I don't know when the timeline for that might be, but I can see a time in the very near future when I could give ChatGPT an idea for a 10,000 word short story, plug it in, go to lunch, come back, and I have a fully written, rough draft obviously, but a fully written 10,000 word short story that's written in my voice based on the prompts that I gave it, which I could then take and spend a week, 2 days, who cares? It doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as I am able to craft an enjoyable, original story that gives the reader a sense of enjoyment. It doesn't matter how that was created. Because I'm still the one creating it, ultimately. Because I'm still the one providing all the prompts. I'm still the one who's doing all the editing, fixing all the mistakes. I'm the one going in and saying, you know what, that doesn't make any sense. Let's rip that sentence out. Let's rewrite that. Let's change the names. Let's move these 3 parts around. Like, I'm still the one manually doing all of that stuff. I'm just not sitting there typing 10,000 words over a 7-day period, you know, doing 8-hour writing sessions. Like, anybody who thinks that that's bad has never worked a creative job before, because that is an amazing tool for the artist to be able to quickly rough draft the processes out. So it used to be if I wanted to draw something, I might have to spend 50 hours doing rough sketches to figure out exactly how to get to the final, and now I could just put 10 hours in, so it's reduced my workload down to 10 hours from 50. And as long as the end result, this is why I'm a huge proponent of AI. Oh, but generative AI steals from other people. You know, the way I'm looking at it is I'm the one providing the prompts and everything else. Like, the internet is full. You guys got me off on a tangent because my brain is like that. Oh, Dribrom just said it. He just said the thing that I was about to say in a different way. So Dribrom just said, there's a famous quote about there's only 7 original stories in the world. The rest is just a combo of those. And I was about to say the reason why the argument against generative AI fails is because people will always say, I just got another fucking... Your live is restricted at recommendations and search results on TikTok for 10 minutes due to reproduced content, pre-recorded, or copied content. None of that is true. I'm so over TikTok streaming, guys. I'm going to appeal it. Sometimes it gets appealed, sometimes it doesn't. Whatever. I don't really give a shit. It's only like 3 people watching on TikTok. Not Twitch. Sorry, I meant TikTok. Fucking TikTok. Fuck you, TikTok. Anyway, if you look at the landscape of the internet, right? The moment you, as a writer, artist, musician, the moment you put your music out there for someone else to read, listen to, watch, look at, you have now put your work out there to be used by other people as a source of inspiration. All right? There is no difference between a million people looking at your art studio portfolio and an AI scrubber coming in and looking at the art on your art studio. Because whether it's a million people taking inspiration from your piece of art to then go off and create their own original piece of art based off of the inspiration that they took from you, or an AI scrubber that's using your piece of art as the source inspiration, it's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing. There's no such thing as original. Everything is an inspiration. So if I write a short story, it's because I was inspired by reading. A good example of this is I write a book. I was inspired by Tad Williams and Robert Jordan, and those 2 guys were inspired by J.R.R. Tolkien, and J.R.R. Tolkien was inspired by the guys who wrote Beowulf, and the guy who wrote Beowulf was inspired by blah 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 blah, all the way back to the cave paintings, right? So everybody's work is derivative. Everybody, every single artist in the history of the planet, their work is derivative. Other than maybe the first 6 or 7 people who had ideas back when we were drawing cave paintings and carving things into rock tablets, you know? Everything since then has been derivative. There is no difference in my mind between a million people looking at a piece of art online and using that as an inspiration source and an AI scrubber looking at that. Well, if you're not going to approve the appeal, TikTok, fuck you. I'm not going to stream on TikTok, so I'm shutting the TikTok stream down. Yeah, fuck you, TikTok. I'm not streaming on TikTok today. We're just going to keep it on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. It is not fucking pre-recorded content. Fuck you. Such bullshit. That literally is angry trolls in the chat who are spamming the report button because I'm not answering their chat. It's just getting to the point where it's not worth it using TikTok anymore. Anyway, a great discussion. Empathy says, I work in leadership for a bank and work from home full time. I don't think I could ever go back to the office. I think there is some aspects of collaborative. There's some aspect of the I like collaboration for some things, but there are definitely, I think it's a time and place thing. I think there's a time and place for collaborative. Like, let's get together and have a brainstorm. I think the writer's room is a good example of that. Like, if you think about the writer's room, Empathy, like, I think the writer's room is a great time where let's all gather together on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and have our writing room camp. And we spend those 3 days brainstorming and coming up with all the ideas for the scripts that we need for this season. But then once we're done with that camp, we all disappear to our individual homes and we've assigned the scripts. So this writer is going to write these 2 scripts, this writer is going to write these 2 scripts, this writer is going to write these 3 scripts, this writer is going to write these 3 scripts, that one's going to do, this guy's going to do 1 script, this guy's going to do. So you assign the scripts to be written. There doesn't need to be a collaborative environment when the individual script writers are writing their scripts, but I do think the collaboration of everybody being in the same room during that initial writing session when you were coming up with the outlines and the plot line for the whole series arc, and you're and I think that's the time when collaboration in a singular location is very good. And I don't think that all industries need that, but I do think it is very conducive to creative environments. So whether it's game development or, TV shows, films. I mean, I definitely don't think that George Lucas could have ever crafted Star Wars if everybody was working remote. You know what I mean? Like, there was definitely an aspect of collaboration where ILM is everybody working together in a workshop, building models and stuff. But once we got into the CGI pipeline, I definitely don't think that you need everybody in the office all the time when you're just working on stuff on a computer. So I think it just depends on what you're trying to do and what you're doing. Yes, it is a bunch of assholes and jerks, but I've been getting to the point where it's been happening more and more frequently. Like the past 2 weeks in particular, I used to have my appeals would get approved, and it would be like, I'm obviously not during reproduced content, but the last week I've had 3 of my appeals denied, and it's like, well, if you're gonna deny my appeal, fuck you. I'm not gonna stream on your platform. Like, I'm obviously not reproduced content. Like, we're literally, I feel like it's just an automated tool at this point. It's just like whatever. There's only 3 people watching on TikTok. It wasn't a big deal. Ideally, how our virtual Zoom meetings should go. Yeah, Zoom meetings never go the way you want them to. A lot of people turn it into personal conversation.
You'll be doing that one for days.
Introverts make poor dialogue writers. I don't disagree. I think that Yeah, you need life experience. I also think that's why, like, a good example of this would be, I can't remember the name of the dude who wrote Aragon. It might come to me eventually. Anyway, I follow him on Twitter, and I've really enjoyed, because I think he's slightly younger than me. He was, I feel like, a unicorn in the sense that he wrote a book series when he was very young and was able to, I think more than anything else, through sheer force of will and having very supportive parents, was able to get that. Like, if you've never studied the history of what he did to get his book published, like, it was him and his parents going around to local bookstores in Montana and selling the book locally, and it eventually sold enough copies that it got the interest of publishers going, who is this? What is this book that's selling all these copies over here in Montana? Because it's a registered, and it's selling copies, but it's not like part of a publisher. What is this? But even he, as an adult, has gone back and said, and anybody who read the Aragon books can say they were fun, they were entertaining, but they read like something a 15-year-old would write. Because they were something that a 15-year-old wrote. A 15-year-old kid who lived in the middle of Montana with no fucking life experience, who had just read other books and was like, I want to write that. And he did, and it was tropey, and it was campy, and it read like all of these other fantasy series that I had read in my life. And it was like, it was entertaining, but it was not original. It had elves and dragons and an elven human romance and all these things, and it's like, and as an adult, he has even admitted as well that, like, yeah, I was 15 when I wrote that, you know, and obviously my work as a writer has improved greatly since then because I have had life experience and I've grown older and wiser, and you know what I mean? Like, you just don't have. I can also go back and look at stuff that I wrote when I was 15, and I cringe. It's like, oh my god, my dialogue is so bad. So bad. Not just dialogue, but like the tropes, because I didn't understand the need for like original, you know. So I was writing what I was writing what I loved. It was like, I love Raymond Feist and Tad Williams and Robert Jordan and J.R.R. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis, and so everything I was writing was that. Oh, Bubbles, man. So, yeah, that was a pressure point.
I hope you find this, Commander. We went ahead following Zojia, Logan, and Trahern's
When I
path.
was running teams.
I can't wait to hear what happened with the egg.
For the
We
MMO.
saw a light, and then the city went nuts. Please remember
Because unfortunately,
every
a lot of
facet
people
what
have
happened.
been
I'm gonna need
trained
to hear it in
because of various,
excruciating detail. For instance,
especially if they've
what's
come
the-
from a home environment where they were
okay, Gridlock is signaling me to wrap it up, so
achievement,
I have a few of these hollow discs left.
like first
Just
place
follow them south
because
through
you
that cavern, and
participated
you'll catch up with
type
us in no
family
time.
environment.
Happy trails!
And so those people have grown up to become adults who think that their ideas are worthwhile because mommy and daddy told them that their ideas are special and that they are special and that they can achieve anything they want to in life, and they're going to be super, super successful, and everything is going to work out for them because they're My Little Pony precious. You know what I mean? And so those people get to adulthood and they've never learned that just because you have an idea doesn't make it special. And I remember one time I told somebody a monkey can throw shit at a wall, and that's the value of an idea. Yeah, and the value of an idea is the worth of a pile of monkey shit on the wall, because the piece of shit is just a piece of shit that the monkey threw at the wall. But an artist or someone with talent can take that piece of shit, they can mold it into something, they can extract it, they can use it for fertilizer, they can do something with the shit that makes it into a worthwhile product, right? But that takes hard work and knowledge. Like, you have to know how to use the shit to make it into something worthwhile for other people. And unfortunately, a lot of people just think that their ball of shit is the end result, and they're like, my ball of shit is important. It's like, no, you idiot, it's a ball of shit. Like, you had an idea. Ideas don't mean shit. The implementation of ideas
You'll be feeling that one for dick. Back at it.
Also, this ties back into I remember having this conversation with somebody. It's been a while ago. Somebody had asked, why do they never see, like, they're always like, I want to get a job writing for video games, but no one is ever hiring writers for video games, because it is one of the least hired for positions in the industry is writers. The reason for that is because the people who formed the company are the ones with the ideas. So the ideas are already there. The guys who founded the company, they're the ones with the ideas. They're the ones who are the writers. They're the ones who are going to create the thing. What they need are grunts. They need grunts who can take the idea and turn it into something.
Scruffy, are you
And
recording?
that's why
Are you sure? Why isn't the light on? No, better erase this one. Just start over. Start over.
that's why companies are rarely hiring for writers, because the writers are already there. They've already come up with the idea. They don't need idea guys. They need grunts in the trenches who are going to be able to take the ideas that the creators of the company have and turn those into
Now, this is a
They
find.
need programmers, they need artists, they need musicians, they need world builders, they need all of those things, because that's how the stuff gets created. They don't need more idea people, because the idea people were the ones who founded the company. And that just goes to show you that ideas don't mean anything, because they have to be turned into something. You did remind me that I need another cup of coffee, Detroit, because I'm still running on one cup. Oh, you did change your name. I wasn't checking, but I assumed that was the case, Vanessa. Batnessa now. We'll wait a few more minutes, because I will eventually need to take my 2-hour break, and I'll just go grab my coffee at that point. Are you talking to Alana? I think it's her name. Alana, is that her name? just did her first ever voice acting gig as well. She got she's in Bolt Gun 2 or whatever. It's a Warhammer game. That was her first ever like voice acting credit as well. Yeah, and I'll be honest. So Dribram was bringing up a good point. You know, she started off working for IGN, and then she started doing her own streaming. But the whole time she was writing short stories and scripts and everything. And now she's one of the lead writers on the upcoming God of War La Fey game, and getting her first voice acting credit and everything else. There are interesting. Also, we see the rise right now of a couple of two really big Hollywood films right now are Hollywood films that are directed by people who were YouTubers, right? Young guys who were YouTubers, who had a big YouTube channel, but they had creative ideas, who were able to take their creative ideas and the power of their YouTube channel and turn that into something that is not luck, but it's way more than just having an idea. It's having an idea and executing on that idea and working towards that thing. I have always used social media to sell my shit, and it's always been the benefit of having a big social media following is it allows you to make a living doing your stuff. That's how I've always sold books, by having social media, sell copies of my books. When I moved into streaming and started making ad revenue, I no longer cared about book sales and merch sales. That's just like icing on the cake at this point. But I have been very open about this, and I think some of you who have been channel members for a long time can go back 3 or 4 years on YouTube when I talk about the next creative challenge that I want to set for myself is to write a screenplay. And I have now seen, I think I just talked about this last week or the week before in one of the member videos. I was talking about like now with the rise of YouTubers being able to take their ideas and turn them into film projects and stuff. I'm looking at the power of Unreal 5, the power of Unreal 6, the power of AI, and I'm thinking from the purposes of being a single creator, how I'm going to be able to take ideas that I have and use AI and Unreal to turn these ideas into short films or a series. You know, imagine being able to produce 6 episodes of 15 to 20 minute short films that are fully produced with AI and Unreal 6. And then I can take those things and directly sell them through my YouTube channel, right? Like, the power of creation with the tools that we have at our disposal is incredible. And you don't need hundreds of millions of dollars to do it. Find the way to the next disc. I'm assuming it's way up top.
Another one of Timey's messages.
Okay, so we seem to have wandered into a den of vine tooths. Teeth. Tooths or teeth?
Thanks,
well,
Bubbles.
anyway, super dangerous.
Yeah, I've done that
So,
for
you know, watch your
years
back.
and years and
We
years.
saw
I
some
just think the
campfires
whole
south of here, so
transparency,
we're headed.
backstage access.
Uh-oh. Is that...
Let's talk
okay,
about it. I
gotta
mean,
go.
let's show it off. It's nothing secret or nothing to hide. It's like, this is how ideas go from ideas to becoming things. Like,
This one to remember me by.
Oh fuck, these guys are gonna just tear me to shreds. Oh my god.
Look who's back.
That's on me, man. Oh my god, I'm gonna... Horrible death.
I haven't the energy.
I can't believe I survived that.
Who is that? Show yourself.
Take it easy. Take it easy. And be quiet.
What are you doing out here?
What are you doing out here?
Searching for a holodisc. Looks like a giant Asura.
Oh, one of these majestic creatures took it up into that tree.
A vine tooth? Majestic? Those things are horrific killers.
No, they're beautiful. My partner and I came out here to commune with them. They've accepted me. I've even petted one.
Sounds like a great way to get yourself killed.
Nonsense. Roy said they'd never hurt me. Outside of the times they've already hurt me. Took a pretty big chunk out of my leg.
Where's your partner?
Oh, they killed him quick.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Oh, they killed
Thanks
him
for the
quick.
info.
Jesus. You didn't learn your lesson? Holy moly, man. Alright, I'm gonna assume that here is potentially a reasonably safe place to AFK. It's probably not, but I do need to take my break. If you have not already done so, this is your reminder to go follow along at YouTube and Discord, because everything in between the streams happens in those places. Don't forget the socials, the Patreon, all the social media, the links to the merch store, the Amazon store, all that stuff. It'll be 5 to 10, everybody. We'll be back in a few. Because I need coffee.
Now I really am 30 feet tall.